Hi folks, we're back with another episode of TFS Talks. Today I'm joined on the podcast by Ryan Adamson, one of the goalkeepers at Bowness United. But before that, I would just like to let you know that now we're officially partnered with Behind Your Mind, the mental health charity. So MD wants to go and have a wee look at that. If you're struggling or feeling down, just give them a wee message and, see what we can take you. But let's welcome Ryan. How are we doing, mate?
Aye, fine, thanks very much. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem, mate. I've quite enjoyed speaking to you over Twitter the last few months and that, and I felt like we had made a bit of a connection with it, and obviously, you're a goalkeeper playing, which was massive for me because I do want us to be about the players too, not just the managers. So,
Yeah.
what's your initial thoughts on Team Finder?
I think it's a good avenue for players at this level to go in and try and find, obviously to find teams. It's because, like you say, there's not a lot of the things out there for players to look into teams who are needing players. It's just, I didn't make anything else apart from that. Well, the reason I got in contact with you was I messaged the Loan League if they knew anyone, and they were the ones who got me in contact with you. So, you know what I mean? That's a good way of looking for teams around that sort of area.
So do you think it's got a lot to do with networking that then? Do you think there's not really enough networking for players at this level to try and help them move on or progress, or even if they're not playing? Do you think that's a big issue?
Yeah, I do. I think that the only other way you would do that is word of mouth, or phone calls through people that you may know through somebody else. And for it being on social media as well, I think that suits a lot of people this day and age when they don't want to make their phone calls and speak to people face to face. So I think it is a good avenue to go down.
Definitely, mate. Thanks for that. It was just like, if you think there's a way we could maybe make it easier to help people, like, is there a sort of way you think, or do you think the way I'm doing it's all right, or you think that maybe the leagues or the clubs should be doing more at all to help the players?
I think the way you're doing it's absolutely fine. I think that, like I say, the Loan League putting me onto you, I thought that was brilliant, and I would never have known about that without them doing that. But I feel like the teams should, the teams in the other leagues and that should maybe look into that as well. Do you know what I mean? Rather than players having to stumble across you, basically.
Definitely, mate. We were speaking earlier. Sorry, on you go, mate.
I was just about to say that if teams are releasing players, it's a fine line because they're not wanting to. If you're saying, I'm leaving at the end of the season, they're not gonna give you a hand. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the things. It's not like you end on a better term, but they're not going to spend time finding you a club when you're leaving them at the end of the day. So they're seeing that as time wasted, basically. So.
Do you think that maybe rather than give them a hand, the club should maybe at least just say at the end of the season clubs are moving on? I've seen that Arthur Lee Juniors posted something about players that were moving, and I thought that was quite refreshing to see. Do you think clubs should be doing that if people aren't staying on with them, regardless of where they're going?
I think they should, mate, because, I mean, it doesn't take long to put a post on social media. Do you know what I mean? I find that if they didn't try and help you out, I just feel it's better from them, basically. But that's my opinion on
it. Definitely, mate. So it's, you think maybe like listing players on social media is a good thing. Do you think that that maybe there should be people who actually are within the league just to, help try and bring up the amount of players in the league or that? Because, having played like East of Scotland, the juniors, there's some teams have got loads and loads of guys not playing, right? And then you go to some teams and they've just, they've not got enough players. You think there's maybe a way they could try and get around that at all, or?
It's always hard because the teams that have always got not a lot of players, you'll find that are the ones probably who are not doing so well, not paying as much money, and it's not kind of if at the end of the day, if you're not winning, nobody's enjoying it, so there's no lot of players there. That's the bottom line. And the teams that are winning will have more players because people want to win, regardless if they're playing or no. A lot of folk will no bother if they're playing or no.
Aye.
So I think that would be hard to try and do that.
Nah, it's spot on there, mate. Hey, a lot of it's down to, depending on who's playing for the team. You might sign for a team if maybe your mate's playing or they're a good player, you might sign for them. So I think that a lot of the smaller teams certainly that I'm not going to name anyone, but I do get some clubs message me quite frequently, and I think that they're really struggling, and it would just be good if there's maybe something out there that could maybe help them a wee bit more. Like maybe
like yourself.
Well, I can only do so much. I'll try and try, mate, but I think that if the league could step in and maybe try and I'm not saying the league could. It's their problem too, but it would certainly improve the standard of some of the leagues. I would say if there was maybe something there that would maybe just help out these wee clubs a wee bit more.
It's that's a good point to make, and it would be good to try and do that. But again, it comes a question of like, what could you do? Do you know what I mean? It's I wouldn't know where to start with anything like that. Yeah,
Definitely, mate. So
I mean,
it's a complex question, eh?
Aye.
Definitely.
So saying that, but
you were saying,
hard to know what.
I know there's a lot of ways you could look at it, mate. Eh? There's no easy answer.
No.
So you're saying you're at Bo'ness just now. How are you finding that?
I'm really enjoying it actually at Bo'ness. I feel like I've come on. Even though I've probably not played as many games as I would like to play. But that's nothing I can do with that. I'm doing my best that I can now. And it's just one of the things. I'm just not getting a game now, but I'm enjoying it, and I feel I've got better from being there. It sounds silly, sounds stupid, but I feel as I've went up a couple of levels since being there. But no, I enjoy it. A good group of lads. Management team's good goalie coach. Again, good group of lads, and like you say, we're winning, so we're enjoying it, eh? And
definitely, mate. So how you were you say you signed for Bo'ness? Well, I mind you spoke to me earlier on in the season, and then you ended up telling me you went to Bo'ness and that. So how was it you managed to get yourself over there then? Where were you before, and how have you ended up at Bo'ness?
Well, it was funny because it was the end of the season last year, this time last year, and I was playing with Burnt Island, and like I say, it was one of the situations where I'm playing every week, but I wasn't not enjoying it, but I felt like it was time for me to go move on. I felt like I didn't say I was better than that, but I just wanted to try and progress. So I messaged a few teams regarding goalkeepers and if they were needing anyone, and I messaged Bo'ness because I had a game. I played against Bo'ness a couple of times, and I think I had 2 good games. So I mean, it was always one that was stuck in my mind and think, well, if I had 2 good games against them, they'll maybe remember me. And I think, to be fair, since we played them, I think they had a management change. So, but Max, he had went from Trinent, so we'd already played against Trinent as well. Anyway, so I messaged them and they got back to me. They were one of the teams that got back because a lot of teams will. It's mental. A lot of teams will not even bother replying to you, which is, and it's water off the ducks back to me. It'll not bother me. But Bo'ness are one of the teams that got back in touch with me, and when the same time that they got back in touch with me, I was in training with East Fife and Edinburgh City. So it was kind of you look at the situation, you step back and you think to yourself, well, where do you go for there? And then you didn't want to look at yourself and think, I'm maybe not getting it East Fife and Edinburgh City, so I'll just sack them. Do you know what I mean? You didn't want to do that. Your ego will not let you because you can what could have happened. So I was training with East Fife and that, and I just said to Bo'ness, look, I've got this. I was just completely. There's nothing else. Like, I just think that is the best policy. Just be totally honest. So, phone Max, told him, and he said, "Not a problem. I understand." So it wasn't like they were desperate for a goalie. I knew they had Big Murph there, who's a great guy, and a good goalie. So I knew there was him there, but I knew they needed a number 2 or somebody else to be there. So I went along to Edinburgh and East Fife, and Edinburgh was kind of getting closer to the season, and East Fife had got 2 goalies, so I kind of it wasn't really going to work there. Edinburgh definitely needed another goalkeeper, so I sort of stuck all my eggs in Edinburgh's basket. Started going well, training and that, and then through pre-season, Betfred Cup and etc. First game of the season, in fact, it was before the season started. Pre-season games, East Fife needed a goalkeeper for a game, but I'd already sort of said to Edinburgh that I was going to sort of stick with them. So, pardon me. So I'd stuck with for Edinburgh, and I'd sort of not pied off, but I'd sort of left thought of East Fife and Bonus to the side. Anyway, played with Edinburgh for a couple of games at the start of the season for injuries, and I just had conversations with the manager, and the way I was there, it was a great setup, unbelievable setup at Edinburgh. So professional, and that's something I totally really liked. Everything was meticulous, and everything they done, everything was stats and really good. But I just there was something that wasn't right when I was there. I just felt maybe, I don't know if I didn't feel like I don't know if I didn't know if I deserved to be there, which it sounds stupid, but I felt like other people were thinking that about me. Even though I come in, I played well, and I had one game, I had a couple of mistakes, but it's one of the things. And then after that, I just felt like it was time for me. I spoke to the man, I had a couple of conversations. I don't think he had really much confidence in me. I think that's where that comes from. So anyway, after that, I said I was leaving. Spoke to a couple of teams, tried to network about finding teams and that's when I got in touch with yourself. But obviously, I got a couple of other phone calls with teams. I think Hutchie was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
we had a lot of interest for you when we posted the advert. There were a lot of teams interested in that. But you done the right thing, to be honest. If you didn't feel like it was a good fit, you need to make sure that you're if you're either playing or enjoying it or something, And
as well, it was always one that was always there as well. So it was kind of like, and Max, obviously, when I told Max that I'd finished with Edinburgh and that, and I'd had a lot of phone calls with Max between Edinburgh and then. So I went along to the training and that, and obviously they'd got their new Astro and that put down, and it felt right at the time. So I just went for it, because again, I think Hutchie, they were training at the same nights as Edinburgh, but over at Herrick Walk, and it was the same times as well. So it was kind of like, not that it would have been the same, but it was just that whole situation I was in, and I was getting home at like back at 11 at night and that, and I was just like working at 7 the next day, and I just thought, oh man, I just need to wait for that situation to know. So anyway, I felt like I'd done the right thing, even though if I've not played much, there's nothing else I can do to change that. Do you know what I mean? I've done as much as I can. I do extra training. I'm there every week. Again, I've done as much as I can. And the other goalkeepers have been playing well, and we've been winning, so I can't really complain. You can go and knock on the manager's door, but in the day, all he's going to say is, we're winning, so I'm not going to change it. So
I get you 100% there. You're at least you're somewhere where you think you can develop, right? But at the end of the day, you're not going to say to the manager, he's playing well, drop him because I can play better. Because it's not really fair on the guy that's playing well just to say,
no.
Take him out of sticks. You are flying then, weren't you?
I would do pretty well. Obviously top of the league. I think we hit a patch there just before the lockdown sort of stage there. It was kind of, wasn't it? We were just sort of starting to stop in it. But we had a when I first went there, it was unbelievable, mate. I've never been at a team like it, that you'd be losing 2-1 in a game, and there's like 10 minutes to go. Honestly, like the teams have been at before, and you're that stage in the game and you think that's it, game's over. It was just never finished. Never finished. I think there was like 3 games in a row we were behind or drawn, coming into the last 5 minutes and we ended up winning the game or drawing a game. It was unbelievable, mate. It was honestly. I just thought to myself,
what's the match day experience like?
As in fans and that.
Home game at Bowness, yeah, because it's a nice wee place. I've been lucky enough to play there, and it's a cracking setup in that, and I'd imagine that it's probably quite full most weeks as well. You know, it's
well now they've got the Astro and that. It's honestly it's a good wee setup, and I think there's I've played at Bowness as an away player a few times, and there's, like you say, there's always a decent crowd there. There's always the same core of people who go. But again, we played Glenlithgow at home, and it was unbelievable, mate. I'm sure there was it. I don't want to say a number in case I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was about 800 folk there.
aye, it's a massive derby, that, mate. They're the games you want to be at, you know. Is there any day at the club that's really helped you set on? Because obviously you're travelling from like the Fife area, is there? You know, has any of the boys put their arm around you or just helped you out that wee bit or went the extra mile at all?
As a wee boy I share lifts with Mark. He's actually, I played him at Crossgates. We're actually for the same village because I'm for Crossgates as well. So we share lifts. So obviously it's good having somebody who comes for the same town as you to be there. A wee boy, his name Ryan Stevenson. He's a great wee lad as well. Local boy for Bowness. He's some player as well. So I think it's a great group of lads. They're all experienced and they know what it's about. So
definitely, mate. You
goalies as well. You always make pals with the goalies. Goalies are like that.
They're cliquey, mate.
You
know, they'll have a go at me right now because I'm not a goalie. But you know, you find goalies can be quite cliquey. You go into Twitter and it's always goalies tweeting other goalies, you know.
That's what it is, mate. You'll never notice that. You'll never know that feeling until you're a goalie yourself. So, I mean, you're on the same boat, Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, it's good to have that bond, though. You know, like most of the goalkeepers I've dealt with and goalkeeper coaches are all really accommodating, nice guys, mate.
That's same with me. Like I don't think I've met a goalie coach that I've thought, oh God, he was an arse. Or do you know what I mean? I just feel genuinely that type of person that takes to be a goalkeeper, but people that are goalkeepers are genuinely people who are good at helping, and you know what I mean. I would, any goalkeeper coach I've had before in the past, I know for a fact I could phone them up at any time and they'll be more than happy to help you. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know if that's a friendship thing or a goalkeeper thing. I just find that real reliable people. I don't know what it is, but it's just
I know where you're coming from. Sometimes I reach out to the odd coach or two in the goalkeeping side of things, and they've never been like, they're always so accommodating. In regards to, like, obviously you're at Bowness, and Bowness is a massive club. I've known that since I was wee in that. But see, having the goalkeeper coach, you have the fans and that. Like it's pretty close to professional, the sort of setup you've got there. If it's not, I know it's semi-professional league it's in, but you know I don't think there's a much better deal you can get really than playing for a club like Bowness. What did you say about that?
It's a massive club, Bowness. It wasn't really till I went through there and like you see, like what it means to the folk who live there. Like say the kit man Charlie, I think he's a local guy, and I mean I don't know how long Charlie's been at the club, but I mean he's there he's probably there more than any of the players. You know what I mean? It must mean quite a lot to him. Boys, Ian Nimmo, he's a great guy. He helped me settle in quite a bit as well. And Ryan Stevenson, local, and I know what it means to them being from Bowness. You know what I mean? It's just I didn't appreciate that until I went there, and I realised there was a couple of boys from there. Ryan grew up, and he was telling me that he used to support Bowness when he was growing up and that, and go and watch quite a lot of their games. And you think to yourself, when I was younger, I've never went and watched a junior game. I don't think, or supported a junior team when I was younger.
Did you know?
You know what I mean? It's just no. Honestly, mate.
I was lucky enough to be one of them that did get to go and do it, but you never really appreciated the level of football it was at until you get older. You used to think, oh, this is just a pub league and all that. But see, when you get older, you're like, you know what, these are some really good players.
I know, mate. It's really good players, and like you say, there's some boys that are local and they just they love it, and I take my hat off to them. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of boys
they're the boys. They're the boys who take the stick. If we didn't do well, because they're local. So if I go, say we get beat and I've played and I've had a howler or that, I'll get a wee bit stick at my work and off my pals. But
they've got to walk out of the village.
You know what I mean? Imagine you go to the pub and you've got half a bonus on your back. You know what I mean? So, I take my hat off to them, mate.
So do you think a lot of the players or a lot of the people that are come to the football and watch it didn't realise a lot of the work these guys do behind the scenes?
As in the people who watch the game don't realise
that all that's involved, like even to being as a player and all your kitmen and that. Do you think they didn't really get the credit they deserve all at the time?
I think the staff and that definitely they definitely didn't get the credit they deserve, because let's be honest, who wants to be washing 18 pair of smelly shorts, socks and fucking
socks,
you know what I mean? And so I take my hat off to them, and it's just a thing. It would be it sounds pretty glamorous if you're at a team like Man City or that. You've seen the All or Nothing. You know what I mean? It's the kit man's one of the boys. It's not like that bonus, do you know what I mean? It's, I wouldn't imagine it's that glamorous there. But I mean, I think there's a stigma for players and people who watch playing at other teams, small village teams. I feel like the fans don't appreciate what the players put in and how much the players care about the team doing well as well. I think that a lot of fans just think that some players just turn up and take wages and fuck off. Whereas I don't really know anyone who I would put in that bracket, if you get me.
Definitely, mate. Do you think it's quite a humble, nice group of lads you've got in the team then? Would you say that?
I do. I think it can be hard and fair at times as well. If we're not doing well, boys will tell you you're not doing well. And again, that works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's about knowing who you're playing with, though. That's about knowing who's in the dressing room and who reacts good to what. But I mean, I don't think there's been times that there's been words said, and there's been times that everyone's happy, but we seem to be doing a job. So the way it's going is absolutely fine.
Club like that, you need to be winning. I'm not saying anything, putting in pressure on MD, but it's just, growing up, you watch Bowness, you ken Bowness are probably going to win 9 times out of 10. You've got your other big clubs like Lithgow, Bonnyrigg, but these guys were all massive clubs for me growing up. So back onto like Team Finder and that. So you were quite grateful like what we've done in that. Do you think there's anything maybe if you were speaking to players and that who are maybe unsure about maybe using Team Finder, what would you say to them?
I would just tell them to trust it and don't be afraid to use it. And when I first heard about it, I was maybe thinking, I don't know, I've not really heard much about this. I don't really know if I want like people knowing that I'm trying to use this. But at the end of the day, it works. Do you know what I mean? So I would just tell them just to trust it and I just trust it.
Thanks for that, mate. I've appreciated you having you on. Is there anything you'd like to add before we go?
Just to think. What's your the charity? Is it a charity? Did you say that sponsors you?
It's no sponsor. It's partnered. It's a local charity in my village, and it's a guy I know that runs it. And it's Behind Your Mind, and it's a mental health charity, and it's just trying to raise awareness and get people talking. And I've started my own Sunday team, and the guys actually come on board and help in that. So it's just trying to, because he's not just coming in to play, he's coming in to help the boys, and he's going to be one of my assistants, and he's going to just try and sort of keep everybody on the sort of the right page and keep everybody, try and keep them all happy, because a lot of stuff isn't talked about, and I think football's massive for mental health. So as soon as I thought we could get that partnered, I was like, that's massive. I don't know about your experience with mental health and that, but it's happening more and more now, and it's not talked about enough.
Aye, I think mentality in football is huge. Whether it be in the mental health side and people with depression and all that, and also how much it can help your performance. If your mindset and your mentality is kind of positive, do you know what I mean? I just feel that going down that route of mentality and and mindset and all that, I just think it's the way forward, definitely.
100%. I'm not trying to say it in here, but I've had a few bad injuries the last 2 or 3 years, and my mental health has taken a hit with that. It gets you down, you doubt yourself in that, and I'm obviously just wanted to try and make it as approachable as possible for boys that maybe do feel like that, because it's you do doubt your abilities after a few knocks and that. 100%, mate. It happens to everybody. Again, no just people you see on the TV. Like, it could be happening to somebody at home and you didn't even know about it.
Aye. Well, for me, it wasn't too hard to reach out to yourself. I mean, but for a lot of people, that could be quite a big thing to try and reach out to somebody that they don't know about finding a team. Again, they've maybe had a team their whole life, and then they find that they're not wanted by anyone. That's maybe quite a tough thing to take. Do you know what I mean? And
I think it's about finding the balance, mate.
Aye.
Because I think a lot of people don't like the rejection, but then at the same time, you kind of sometimes you need rejection to push you on. Everybody deals with it differently. I was
and again,
Trinette boss for the amateurs. He was saying, like, you should, have a laugh. You can wind up people and that. But he was saying, see if people are performing badly, you can't actually tell them it's good, because you know what I mean. So it's trying to do it the right way. But I appreciate you bringing up mental health, because it's something that means a lot to me. And obviously, you go onto my Twitter page, and I've actually got that for the mental health charity just straight there, just so if anybody's looking for somewhere to chat, they can. And like, even if you, for example, needed to chat, either message myself or the page, and it's no problem at all. But I'm just going to wrap it up there, mate. It was a pleasure having you on, and I wish you the best for the season. Thanks again,
Thanks
mate.
very much. Thanks for having me on.
Cheers.